They don't tell the story of him having to learn the championship pedigree. LeBron James gave us, or has given us, the opportunity to be witnesses. We watch his good, his bad. We watch his ups, his down.
So Michael Beasley just said that LeBron James is the GOAT over Michael Jordan in his latest interview. So I gotta be real with you. I completely disagree. I respect Michael Beasley, but I'm going to show you 2 quick podcast clips that prove why MJ is still the greatest of all time. So first we will listen to Michael Beasley, then I'll prove my point.
You mentioned Michael Jordan. I know you played with LeBron, right? There's always the debate, and maybe it's someone else. Who would you say is the best?
LeBron.
Over Jordan?
100%.
Why?
Okay, my argument is a reasonable one, right? All right, I started with the one everybody knows: the points, the longevity, all that, right? With Jordan, they don't talk about the negativity. They don't talk about the playoff losses. They don't talk about the fact that he actively sought out Dennis Rodman, who was already a 2-time champion, and no shot to Jordan because he's Jordan, right? But they don't tell the story of him having to learn the championship pedigree. LeBron James gave us, or has given us, the opportunity to be witnesses. We watch his good, his bad. We watch his ups, his down, so long, and he's been so great that we don't have anything to say. So we now talk about his son, right? That's my personal argument. My stat argument is LeBron James. Every player in the NBA, which is I think around 4,700, something like that, 4,000, right? Just under 5,000. Put every player's stats on a board, right? And take everybody's name off. And now we play a Easter egg hunt, right? We gotta find 5 eggs. If we look for the best point guard, LeBron James will be somewhere top 5. Though, like his stats to be somewhere top 5, right? Look for the best 2, 3, 4, 5. LeBron James is no lower. You'll never see his stats no lower than 6, 7 on all 5 of those, right? 6 man, all of that. And you take his resume, how far, because we all call him Le Coach, right? So how far down is his resume as a coach? Now let's go to GM. How far, right? With all of that being said, now having to look after my son, and the credit that we don't give him is for him to have the entire world inside of his brain and still be able to give us 25, 8, and 8.
I mean, right, he was recently, right, considered a billionaire. Right, so imagine that, right?
Imagine the negativity that comes with it, And Michael Jordan, I'm sorry to cut you off, but fortunately for Michael Jordan, unfortunately for LeBron James, it wasn't social media. It wasn't so close to the players, it wasn't so in your face every day. We only knew what was going on in our blocks in the 90s. Now we know what's going on in the world, and LeBron James' career just started the social media area. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but it made him a lot of money. I think if Jordan would have played in the same era, like it was a total different discussion, but it is what it is. But I just think LeBron James, for him to have the pressure he had on him from, I first heard about him when I was in the 8th grade. And I told my mom about him. That's the first player, the only player. And Michael Jordan and Vince Carter was my favorite player at the time.
Vince.
First conversation about basketball I had with my mom was about LeBron James. 12 and 13 to now 36, this man hasn't dropped the ball, no pun intended. But he hasn't dropped the ball as my personal hero, as the kids' personal heroes, as a leader, as a philanthropist. I mean, you name it. You know, his resume just all, you know, his resume just around life is just, I feel like we're talking about it too long.
No, I appreciate that. No, I appreciate that.
So Michael Beasley is choosing LeBron James as his GOAT just because he witnessed it. Does that make it fair? There is a huge difference between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. It's Michael's nonstop engine in games and in practice. MJ played in an era that is 100 times more physical than today's game. He never takes breaks or days off, whereas LeBron would take time off or not go as hard in practice. Listen to what Michael Beasley says about LeBron in this next clip.
Beasley really beat Bron in practice 1v1. The answer is?
It's some truth to the essence of that story. Me and Bron, we ain't never played one-on-one in front of people. Dog, I used to be on his ass in practice. Everything he did, like, I'm guarding you, I'm guarding. You know, one day he came, he just yelled out, like, Mario Chalmers is guarding me today. Looked me dead in my face. And I said, I ain't hearing shit. And I got in my defensive stand. And he looked at me like, Mario Chalmers is guarding me today. And Mario came and brushed me to the side. I just went over there and guarded CB. It was like, all right. The reporter told the story wrong, you understand? So the essence of the story is kind of, you know.
All right, next we will listen to an interview by Craig Hodges, a former teammate of Michael Jordan. He talks about MJ's engine, and you'll hear the GOAT mentality he actually has.
That engine, Westbrook. You feel me?
Got it.
When you look at people like Ja Morant,
Yeah.
who have that, when you be like, that's a different engine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can work, like I'm telling you, I was with MJ 4.5 seasons or whatever. Never lost a suicide. Never.
Never lost a suicide.
Never.
It's crazy.
Never.
Close?
No.
Look at Jay, like, that's hard to believe, huh? 'Cause some days you nigga
No.
walking down, I don't feel like running.
And we would ask Phil how many we got after practice, and he would ask us how many we want. Because he knew we was trying to get him.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be,
So you try to wear him down?
it would be like this. All right, me and BJ, we gonna go out hard on him.
Oh, y'all would team up
Man,
on him.
please. Soon as the whistle blow, he damn near coming back at us.
That's
Different.
You feel me?
Yeah,
On the
that's
real, and
different.
this ain't no job, and I'm running. I feel like I could run all day.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I quick hands some speed.
Yeah.
But man, it wasn't even fair. On the real.
So after seeing those two clips, I think the case for Michael Jordan as the GOAT is solid. But hey, that's my take. Now I want to hear yours. Do you agree with me, or are you still rocking with LeBron? Drop a comment below and let me know who your NBA GOAT is and why. That's all I have for this video. I'll see you in the next one.